Good morning, everybody. This is Cassandra. Welcome back to Cassandra's Garden. I hope you all are doing wonderful today. Today I'm going to show you how to make Fairytale brownies. Now, you'll understand at the very last part of this segment why we call them Fairytale brownies. It's going to look very familiar to you, and I can't wait to get the finished product ready and available and get everything made, because I do everything in real time. Nothing's rehearsed, and I do apologize again that I have to do a lot of my videos in parts because I'm doing everything in real time and I'm not editing anything. What you see is what you get, so I hope that you will please be patient with me and understanding. I just want to be really real with you guys, and hey, I love you all. So, the reason I'm making these is because my grandchildren are here, all three of them. My oldest granddaughter now lives with me, which I'm elated about. And the other two, they live here every other week. My son and the mother of the youngest two children, they co-parent, and they have agreed to 50-50. And I think that is wonderful for both parties. That means that the children get equal time with both parents and both sets of family. And I think that is so important, because regardless of what relationship works out, what relationship doesn't, it's the children that matter the most. Coming from a broken home myself, I would have gave anything if I'd have been raised by my dad and been able to spend time with his mother and father. I look exactly like my dad, and I'm so much like my dad, even down to our favorite colors. Like, we just discovered this the other day. My favorite colors for my home is gray and white, and that is my dad's favorite colors for a home. Like, and when you do that for the children, when you agree to do 50-50 and the adults get along, you have no idea how much more love the child's going to give to you and appreciate you. But when you deprive that child from one set of grandparents or the other parent, that child's going to grow up to hate you even after you pass away. I mean, it's just a fact. I know, I'm living proof. So I don't mean to get on a touchy subject, but the reason that I'm making these Fairytale brownies is because my grandson literally got up early this morning. He's asleep right now, just to tell me he was so happy to be here. And he's 3 years old, and he can't say grandma, so he calls me Aga. And it's so adorable for y'all. If y'all could ever just hear him say, he'll say, Aga! that means he wants me for something. And it touched me so much. I literally took a picture of him. I posted it on my Facebook, and I just sat and cried because I love my grandchildren so much. So I wanted to do something really special for them. And I thought, you know what? I love my YouTube family. And I thought, daggone, I want to bring you guys and gals along with me so that if you have children or grandchildren, that's my oven saying that it's all set and ready. I preheated it. That way, if you have children or grandchildren that you want to do something special for, you can make them Fairytale brownies as well. And you know what? You never get too old for anything Fairytale. So we're going to start out here with 3/4 cups of melted butter. And this is the butter that I actually make. I have yet to buy any butter from the store. I have just been making my own butter. It's just so rewarding. It's so uplifting. It's so liberating to make your own butter. Like, because I use heavy whipping cream all the time for everything. All I got to do is buy heavy whipping cream, and I've got, stuff to make a light, fluffy icing for my cakes. I've got whipped cream that I can make for my hot cocos and various other things. I've got, I can put it in my mashed potatoes. If I want to make anything creamy. And I can make butter. It's just such a wonderful thing to do it. So I recommend that you make your own butter. So this is the butter that I make. There's 3/4 cups of melted butter in here. And to that, we are going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. And we're just going to go ahead and mix it, because I got to get started here. I've just took up enough of your time just talking. But see, I love you guys and gals. Trust me, if I don't like somebody, I get real quiet. You know what I'm saying? So if I talk a lot, it means it's because I love you. Or I like being around you. So now we're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt to that. We're going to go ahead and add our cocoa powder, which is 3/4. Let me make sure. Yeah, 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. Now you can use the milk chocolate like I have here, or you can use dark chocolate, but I like the milk chocolate. And I did sift this because I just feel like sifting is just the better. You know, it just makes your overall product so much fluffier. A little bit more there. Okay, perfect. So let's add this very slowly to the sugar and the butter and the salt. I have here 3 room temperature eggs. We're going to add them one at a time. And this is a different recipe than my perfect brownie recipe, so I encourage you to try both. Let me push this back a little so you can see what's going on. Okay, perfect. We're going to add these eggs one at a time so that they can fully incorporate and you're not left with just a big blob. It's becoming very nice. Sorry for the ding. I forgot to log out, and oh my God, I was telling myself log out, log out, log out, and I forgot. Ugh. I'm going to have to start getting a separate phone or separate camera, whatever. Okay. So now we're going to add our 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour that I did sift. We're just going to add this slowly. So I'm just going to do it by the spoonful so that it doesn't make a big mess. And it gives me a little bit more time with you guys and gals because I love you. How are you doing today? Is there any recipe that you would like to see me make? Is there any topic that you would like for me to discuss? When I make my segments of Coffee with Cassandra. I can't wait to show y'all my kitchen. Oh, it's almost done. We've got all the painting done, but I want to wait until I get a few more things for my kitchen. So I'm pretty excited because I want to show you guys and gals so bad. Okay, there's the 3/4 cup of sifted all-purpose flour. Now we're going to add a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Not baking soda, baking powder. And I got a little cocoa in there, but that's okay. And I just got to make sure that I get every little last drop. I just took these out of the dishwasher, and I guess they were a little wet, but they're in there. And then I like 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And you can use the vanilla of your choice. Bear with me one moment. I do need to scrape this bowl down. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And it smells so good, you guys and gals. This is a fudgy type brownie. And per the recipe, now I did tweak it to make it a little bit better. So trust me, it's good. But per this recipe, these brownies freeze very well if you want to make a whole bunch and then freeze some for later use. Now it's going to be a few minutes before I can get to part 2. So when I post this part 1, it's going to be a little while before I can get part 2 posted. Just please bear with me because I will have it because I can't wait for you to see the overall final product. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, that is perfect. Now, in a baking dish, a 9x13 baking dish like I have here, I have used my cake release recipe. I heavily and generously brushed it on the pan itself. Then I lined it with parchment paper and I greased the parchment paper. This smells so good, you guys and gals. Oh my God. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You're simply just going to put it in your greased and lined 9x13 baking dish. And you're going to bake it at 350 for 20 minutes. Now, this is not all we're doing to this. This isn't all. The reason it's called Fairytale Brownies is for a reason. I cannot wait. I simply cannot wait for you to see the end result. It is going to be so gorgeous. And, you know, you guys and gals, I do want to tell y'all something. Give me 1 second. Let me just rake this bowl out. Let me go get my spatula because it's so much better about raking stuff. I am getting to where I buy less and less of those snack cakes that you find at the grocery store because you can taste the chemicals in them. And the preservatives and the chemicals that they use are terrible for your heart health and your overall health. It causes obesity, it causes heart failure, and if you want something sweet, you're better off just making it yourself, and you don't have to worry about those added chemicals and preservatives. And I get why they do that. They do that because they ship these, you know, snack cakes all over the world, right? But it's just not good for you. You're better off either going to a local bakery who bakes these fresh or doing it yourself. I prefer doing it myself because I'm like a homestead. I like homesteading. It's just my thing. I can't wait till me and my husband get some land. We're going to develop a small farm, so I'm pretty excited, and I'm going to have goats. So we've already planned on me having some goats because I want to have goat's milk to make my soap. So I'm pretty excited. Things are getting there. We're getting there. It may take a little while, but we're getting there. So anyway, well, hey, baby. Hey, baby. My grandson just woke up. Well, thank you, baby. Thank you. Grandma will throw that away. Those are nasty. What are you doing? Aga's making you something special. I'm making you something special. Yes, I am. My grandson he woke up for the second time this morning. Isn't he adorable? So this is what it looks like. Look at that shiny gloss. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to put these in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes. After that, I'm going to have to let them cool completely. And then I can't wait to show you what we're going to do to these brownies to make them Fairytale. I love all y'all. Have a wonderful day. And please, please, please stay tuned for part 2 because you're going to be so wowed at the surprise I have that I'm going to do to the top of these brownies. And you'll see. Love you guys and gals. I'll be back for part 2 for Fairytale Brownies.